What it do? I know that video had nothing to do with 90 Day Fiance. That was a love after lockup. But I'm in just one of those weird moods today, and I just felt like throwing it in there because it's hilarious to me. But we're going to talk about 90 Day Fiance, Tarik and Hazel. Well, mainly it's about Tarik and Hazel. She's the one that's from the Philippines, and they're the ones that are trying to have the open relationship with the extra girl. They dated Minty. But they ended up cutting Minty out because Hazel felt jealous and Minty felt like Minty was getting way too much attention. So now they're trying to find another girl. You know, it's just a big hot mess, I think, in my opinion. I don't think it's ever going to work out with the open marriage without Hazel not being jealous. It's so easy to say you don't mind until you see your man getting it on with another girl in front of you. I personally think Hazel has the personality of a rock. Like, her personality is so dull, and she's going to get jealous over any girl who has any sort of personality, I feel like, in my book. Anyway, so Tarik has filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Can someone please explain to me what the heck Tarik is wearing here? What is going on right here? According to uscourts.gov, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy is called a wage earners plan. It enables individuals with regular income to develop a plan to repay all or parts of their debts. Under this chapter, debtors propose a repayment plan to make installments to creditors over 3 to 5 years. During this time, the law forbids creditors from starting or continuing collection efforts. So I think a big reason why he did this is to save his house, because in November his house was being advertised in the newspaper, but that's been deleted since then, and it's probably because he filed for bankruptcy, because as long as you agree to make delinquent mortgage payments, it will protect your home from going into foreclosure. The Saturn that he was driving got repossessed, so he no longer has a car. He has a few cars on his property that are classic cars from 1960s, but he says they're inoperable. So who qualifies for Chapter 13 bankruptcy? According to www.debt.org/bankruptcy, to be eligible to file for Chapter 13 bankruptcy, an individual must have no more than $394,725 in unsecured debt, such as credit card bills or personal loans. They can also have no more than $1,184,200 in secured debts, which includes mortgages and car loans. According to Tarik's bankruptcy filing, he owes $23,000 in Virginia state taxes and over $90,000 in federal taxes. And according to thebalance.com, how much you pay back in Chapter 13 with your yearly income is $40,000, for property debt $5,000, value non-exempt assets $2,000, total to be paid during the Chapter 13 plan $17,000, and you divide that by 60 months to determine monthly payments, would be $284 for a person who makes $40,000 a year. And Tarik is a hood tech technician, which he's done for 10 years, which on average makes about $36,000 a year. So he would fit in with that $40,000 a year average salary. So he would make monthly payments of $284, like we just went over. Under his income on his bankruptcy, he said he made $17,000 in a 6-month period between June and December of 2020 from the 90 Day Fiance being on there. So that would leave the 90 Day Fiance star with about $800 left over after he pays all his bills and monthly expenses. But he also says that he gives Hazel's son Freddie $150 a month that he sends over to him in the Philippines to help take care of him. Asked about Hazel's income, he put 0 for everything, because for those of you who don't know, in the 90 Day Fiance show, only the people from the United States make money. They do not pay any of the foreigners because they aren't legally citizens. This is Tarik's 3rd time filing for bankruptcy. And the bank with the trust deed on his home, they filed an objection and said the proposed plan does not set forth a reasonable schedule and time period for payment of arrearages on the deed of trust. So I don't think Tarik's flexing on him no more. So what happens after you pay off your Chapter 13 bankruptcy? According to www.nolo.com/legal-encyclopedia, when you complete your Chapter 13 repayment plan, you'll receive a discharge order that will wipe out the remaining balance of qualifying debt. In fact, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy discharge is even broader than a Chapter 7 discharge because it wipes out certain debts that aren't non-dischargeable in Chapter 7 bankruptcy. So I think Tarik needs to stop all this rapping and start subtracting from his monthly expenses before he loses his home. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you think Tarik's going to be able to pay off all this and save his home from foreclosure? Or what do you think is going to happen? And do you think Hazel's going to stick around in these circumstances if that happens? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.